Your favorite class to teach is creative writing. You love to share stories with your students and see what their young minds create on their own. You have some resources to share with your students, and you've heard that with Unified Classroom, trips to the printer and copier are a thing of the past. Using class pages, you can post any of your instructional materials in content blocks for your students to access online, anytime, anywhere. Let's get started. When you sign in to Unified Classroom, you see the dashboard for your first class. At the top of the page, open the Class Selector menu and select your creative writing class. To access your class pages for this class, from the navigation menu, click Class Pages. For each of your class sections, the first class page is published for you by default. You can use this page to start adding content right away and then add more pages later as needed. First, rename the page's title. Consider changing the first page's title to include a welcome greeting. Then click Save. Notice that the page title changed in the left navigation menu also. Now you are ready to add your first content block. Whenever you want to add anything to a class page, you will create a content block and then configure the content block for the information you are adding. Under the page title, click Add Content Block. Look at all of the options you have. You can add text, files, web links, images, videos, audio, and much more. You'll find even more options on the Calendar tab and the Messages and Activities tab. Let's start with adding a welcome message. On the Content tab, click On-Page Text. In the Create Text block window, enter a block title such as Welcome. Since the page title already says Welcome, hide the content block title by checking Hide Title. Now click the text area of the content block to enter a welcome message. Use the rich text formatting options above the text field to format the text, add a link to a web page or file, and even change the source HTML code. Click More to see even more formatting options. For this example, select the text you entered and click B to bold the text. Then click the text color icon, which looks like an A, and choose a color for the text. To add the content block to your class page, at the bottom of the Create Text block window, click Save. Your welcome message appears on your class page. Let's modify the content block to add an image below the message. To modify the content block, click the Manage Block icon, which looks like a gear, in the top right corner of the block. Then select Edit. Add a blank line below your welcome message. Then from the formatting options, click the image icon that looks like a picture of mountains. For this example, choose to upload an image by clicking Choose a File and browsing for the file on your computer. Change the image size to 500 pixels wide, then click OK. Save your changes and return to the class page by clicking Save. Now your class page is starting to take shape. To add another content block, at the top of the page, click Add Content Block. This time, choose to add a video to your class page. You can upload a video file or link to a video on YouTube. For this example, choose YouTube. In the URL of External Content field, place the link to the YouTube video you want to share with your students. Then click Next. Change the block title to something more meaningful for your students, such as the topic of the video. Use the description field to add details or instructions for your students. Choose to embed the video in the content block so the video poster appears right on your class page. Now decide where to place the video on your class page. At the bottom of the window, click Block Placement to see your placement options, depending on the page layout. To place the video block next to the welcome message block, click the top of the second column. Then add the video block to your class page by clicking Save. To give the video more room on the page, change the page layout by opening the Manage Page menu and selecting Page Layout. Then choose Even To from the page layout options. To preview how the class page will look to your students, at the top right corner of the page, click Manage Class. Then select View as Student. When you are done previewing the page, at the top of the page, click Exit Preview. That's a great start to your first class page. Before students can view your class pages, you will need to make your class active. When you are ready, at the top right corner, click Manage Class. Then select Make Active. In the window that opens, use the default settings and click Save. That's it. Remember, to add a content block to a class page, navigate to the class page and click Add Content Block. Select a content block type and add your content. Then click Save. Now when your creative writing students sign in to Unified Classroom, they can view the text, image, and video you posted on your class page. You are eager to see the stories that this year's students will write. Who knows? Maybe there's a young Stephen King in your class right now.